today I'll be doing another Q&A. The first question, do you feel like you're still in the healing process? Yes. I feel like it doesn't matter how long you've been sexually abused or whatever the case is. Healing takes a long time, and even after you feel like you've healed, which I thought I've healed completely from, I've realized some things about myself, and you just have to work on it. That's what I'm doing. It's never like, oh, I'm healed, I don't think about it, I don't deal with it, and it's over, it's done with. It's like you're always going to be healing and getting over certain hurdles. The next question, are you uncomfortable talking about what happened to you, the sexual abuse? I am. I'm uncomfortable to a certain extent, but I just I pray. Every time I get on here and make another video, even if it's not about me, even if it's somebody's story, I'm just I'll say a prayer please help me get through this, and I get through it. It's never easy to talk about sexual abuse. That's why a lot of people don't talk about it. It's swept under the rug and people overlook it. Yeah. The next question, is it therapeutic to talk about your sexual abuse? Yes, it helps a lot. If I'm out on here making a video, I'm talking to someone that's very special to me. I talk and just vent and just talk about it. It helps a lot. And I guess it's a second part to the question, does it get easier? It gets easier, but at the same time, it's still it varies, because some things you just think that you're over, and when you start talking about it, you get emotional, and you can't help that because it's something that you've been through, and you still have to deal with that for maybe the rest of your life. The next question, do you have flashbacks? Yes, I still have flashbacks once in a while, but it's not as bad as it used to be. I could smell a certain scent and I'll have a flashback, and I feel like it was really bad, but I have them, but not as often. Is it hard for you to be around men? Yes, it's very hard. I get anxiety just being around certain men, or men period, and it's hard to deal with, because how can you not be around men? Okay, you have men in your family, I have men in my family, the work situation, you have to be around men there, so it's just I always have to be around men, but not all men make it uncomfortable, but I guess it's majority. And it's not because I think they're creeps. It's just how my mind is. I can't trust people. I'm just always don't get close to me, or please don't let whatever the situation is. It's my mind just starts racing, and it's irritating, and it's frustrating for me, because I'm why am I like this? But I know why I'm like this. Yeah, it's hard being around men. Do you have anxiety? If so, how do you control it? I have anxiety, and I never really thought about it or knew what it was until maybe a few years back. And it's crazy because I have family members that suffer with anxieties and used to have panic attacks and anxiety attacks, and I'll be the one to comfort them and oh, it's okay, you just breathe, do the 1, 2, 3 breathe. And then I started having anxiety not too long ago, and it's hard for me to take my own advice, in a sense, okay, Janae, just calm down, just breathe, calm down, clear your head, pray about it. So I do and I'll say a prayer, or I just breathe, or try to take my mind off of whatever I'm thinking about. The next question, did you ever get an apology from your rapist? This one is I thought about it, and it's like, did I ever really get a real apology? Like, my first video that I made, I think in my first video, I talked about how I went to church one Sunday, and the pastor was talking about forgiveness, and God touched my heart to be like, okay, well, I know it's not, if I forgive him, it's not for him, it's for myself, it's for me. So I went home and I wrote the letter and everything like that, and I just gave it to him, or I had a family member give it to him, or read it to him, or something like that. And after it was read, it was, oh, I'm sorry, but it was never him initiating, like, I apologize for what I did to you. It was never that. And I thought about, like, that question, when I've seen him, like, did I ever get a real apology, like, without me being the one to say something about it? It's like, what? I don't know. Like, I don't know, but I do know. Like, he didn't, like, come up to me and be like, I apologize. So, no. The last question, how does your family feel about your YouTube channel? That question, that's a good question. Well, my mom, like, I talked to her about it or whatever, and she's really, like, supportive, but I've never really, in a sense, like, no one ever, like, have said anything to me about it. They'll like my post, or they don't like it, whatever the case is, but I've never really had any other family member come up to me and, like, say anything about it. So, yeah, those are the questions that I had. If you have any more questions, just send them in. If you want to vent, or if you want to share your story, feel free to get in contact with me. Thank you.